Interesting that Twitter says they have no idea why this happened. There's speculation about political fatigue. Yeah. What's your take?
Well, you know, it's a struggling business model. It has been for a long time. I mean, the user growth numbers are important, and there was an argument made for a while that maybe the user growth numbers didn't have to be so bad. That you don't want to have 300 million TV channels. You just want to have the good stuff. So maybe that enough good people are on Twitter, people like you, and maybe some other people who aren't so good, like me. But that's enough for Twitter, and that's enough for Twitter to work. The problem is, what we saw in this quarter, to me is disconcerting. Yeah, a user loss in the U.S., that's a big worry. But not least of which because those are the users that pay the most in terms of advertising dollars, or garner the most in terms of advertising dollars. The real worry was that advertising revenue in the U.S. fell a lot, even though the user number fell a little. And that's a great concern. What it means is that advertisers are paying less to reach the most mature Twitter audience out there. That's a long-term problem for this business.
What is the most perplexing about this to me is that Twitter could not be more in the center of the cultural zeitgeist than it is right now. This is where President Trump every single day is making explosive statements, breaking news, and yet Twitter's not growing or benefiting from that.
Well, but the recognition of what Twitter is has certainly grown. But if you can take the tweets, it doesn't necessarily matter for Twitter. So here's the problem. You can take the tweets of Donald Trump and other people and put them into other forms of media, and the message still gets delivered. It doesn't necessarily have to be about Twitter being mass media. And to me, this is the thing we need to think about is, you know, maybe this notion that Twitter was ever going to appeal to an enormous mass audience has been flawed from the start. And what if instead we just say, you know what, it's a small, focused media opportunity, and it has an attractive audience that we're going to sell to. And maybe that's all that's ever going to be. Now, that changes the nature of how you think about it, how you price it, it's everything else. But unfortunately, I think
that's not happening, right? Well, here's what's happening is, I thought that was going to be true. I really strongly believe that if you find the right demographic, if you find the right, if you know the audience you're reaching, if you know what they're interested in, Twitter should know that all the data, advertisers will pay more for that. Well, and we see it at Facebook, but we don't see it at Twitter.
And the fact that they don't know why this is happening calls into question how much they actually know about their users and what they want. And, you know, that's important for ad revenue and how they personalize the service. I mean, this is original content to the core, and nobody's watching.
Well, a number of people are,
but
it's
influencers.
Yeah, but it's a smaller group. And again, it just raises that fundamental question of, is this a kind of service that is ever going to get mass appeal? And I still think that's a question mark.